Hey guys, again, I'm sorry about the quality of the video. As you know, my camera has been stolen, which is really unfortunate. Um, so yeah, I promise, in the next couple of videos, these are going to be really blurry and the audio might not be great, but I'm going to try my best. As you may be able to hear, I am still really stuffy. But anyway, I'm going to be doing a writing pet peeves video, and I have 2 pages of stuff because I'm really OCD about things. Okay, this is no in any way, shape, or like order or anything. First of all, lesson and lease girls. Now, if you're gonna buy your lease horse, yeah, you can go ahead and buy stuff for that horse. But if you're leasing that horse for like 1 month and you're going out and buying all this stuff for it, and like, or if it's a lesson horse and you go and ride it once a week and you're buying all this stuff for it, well, you don't know if that stuff's gonna fit the horse that you're buying in the future. You may not even ride and you're buying all this fancy stuff. Like, don't buy stuff for a horse that you're not gonna buy. Unless it's like, obviously if you want to buy like stuff for yourself as a rider, but don't go and buy like a whole bunch of stuff you don't need. Like, I remember at my old barn there was this girl that bought saddles, and she bought tons of saddles, halters with engravings, boots, everything that fit the horse she leased, and then she bought a new horse and none of this stuff fit her. None of this stuff fit her horse she bought. Like, okay, so that's number one. Number two, rich girls and their dads. Now, at one of my very old barns, there was this girl, and her dad bought her anything she wanted. She didn't have to work for a single thing, and she just quit riding just like that because she didn't want to do it anymore. And they had to sell the horse. It was like $10,000 horse, and the girl was like 8, and she had all this like brand name stuff and like all this fancy stuff, and she just quit because her dad bought her all of this stuff. She didn't have to work for a thing. People that don't clean up. So we have cross ties at my new barn, and sometimes like our barn's pretty good about like this kind of stuff, but at my old barn, people would let their horse pee, they would put shavings on it, put their horse out, and leave. Like, clean up the shavings at least. Like, it's the least you could do. Because then I would have to get someone to hold my horse while I clean up someone else's horse's pee. Like, clean up your horse's stuff. Like, even when you leave the arena, go and pick up some poop. It'll just save everyone some time. Or, like, if you use jumps, put them away after. Just put them away. It takes like 5 minutes. Just put them away. Or like if you leave like your saddle out for like a whole week, it's like, okay, people need to use this saddle rack, put your saddle away. Blanketing. When people over blanket their horses when it's like the fall and they're putting like heavy duty winter blankets on them. That kind of just annoys me because it's like you're not gonna be here for like next like 3 days or the next week until your lesson. You shouldn't be blanketing that horse like that much, but like obviously I'm not gonna say anything because it's not my horse. Um, sorry. Um, People that spoil their horses. So they buy them all sorts of things they don't need, like supplements. Like, I remember my trainer telling me this story about this girl who fed their horse $1,500 worth of supplements every month, and it's like, oh my goodness, stop! Your horse doesn't need this. I know at our barn, horses only get supplements if they need them. Um, People that don't reward their horses after like a good jumping course or something. Like, after every lesson, I will get off and rub Mo's neck because she loves getting her neck rubbed. Um, like, I will let her scratch on me. I will let her scratch on the post. Just reward them. Um, and then people that go out and buy all the okay, this is number 7. People that go out and buy all the brand name stuff like Tailored Sportsman, Kensington, Ariat, Charles Owen's a big one now. I don't have any because I can't afford it. But yeah, stuff like that. Like, you buy it because other people have it and you don't really need it. Like, I get my breeches for like $50 and I love them and they're not fancy. Photo shoot, when people do photo shoots with their lesson horse or their lease horse, and they go out and ride like once a week, and they do like photo shoots, and they're like, oh my god, my horse is so pretty, and it's like, dude, it's not your horse. It's owned by someone else. Um, Number 10, I remember the girls at the barn telling me about this girl that says they go to nationals for horse shows, even though there is no nationals for horse shows in Canada. There's like things that you can call nationals, but there's no actual nationals. But everyone knows she doesn't go there. She was a lesson girl that came out once a week and rode, and to be honest, she wasn't that good. She wasn't really committed. She would show up like, I think she showed up for like 4, 5 of her lessons, and there's like 10 lessons. And she's lying to all these people saying she's going to these big horse shows. It's like, okay, we all know that you're not like this good of a rider as you claim to be. Like, just own up to like, or like when people post on Instagram saying, oh yeah, I jumped a meter 15 today or something, when you know they only jumped like 1 foot or something, 1.6 or something. Um, when people lie about stuff like paying for their horse and stuff, like I have to pay for my own horse, I have to pay for his board and everything. Like I have a job and I have to pay for it. I don't technically pay for it myself. Like I give all my paychecks to my mom and she writes a check because on my debit card I can only use $100 a week or whatever. So I just give her all my paychecks and then my mom will write a check because I don't have a checkbook obviously. But I have to pay for all my tax, everything. So yeah, when people lie and say, "Oh yeah, I pay for my horse too," it's like, okay, we know you don't. We know you didn't pay for your $10,000 horse on your own. So yeah. People that ride 7 days a week every week. That really annoys me. Like, give your horse a day off at least. At least, at the bare minimum, give your horse a day off. Proper barn etiquette. Like not leaving your stuff laying around. Not being demanding or spreading rumors about other people. Just be polite. Like, there's no need to be rude. You guys are all there for the same reasons. Yeah, just be nice. Like, there's no need to be rude or anything. Um, and like that goes on to my number 14, which is respect other riders. Respect that that's their horse and they're gonna do what they want. Yeah, there's a point where you cross the line at at horse abuse, but if it's like, oh, their heels aren't down, don't go out there and start yelling at them because their heels aren't down or something. And if like people don't ask for your opinion, don't give it to them because sometimes that really annoys people. It doesn't annoy me. I'll take as much tips as I can get. I always want to improve, so and like I can't see myself riding. I like when people watch me ride and give me tips. Some people don't like that. Or when someone shouts out, "You're on the wrong lead" when you're in the middle of like a lesson or something. If it's your trainer telling you you're on the wrong lead, okay, switch it. But you don't know like what the other person's doing. Why they might be trying to be on the wrong lead. They might be doing some test or something. Don't yell out stuff when they're riding at them, especially if they don't ask for it. Um, yeah, number 15, don't expect. So there's some girls that like expect you, oh, go put my stuff away. Go get my horse for me. Like, yeah, sometimes you're in a rush and you ask people to do something very nice. Like, I know my one friend Amanda at my barn. She LAs right after her lesson, which is a lesson assistant, so they help all the little kids get tacked up and stuff. Yeah, I'll put her horse away for her. Like, she asks politely, and like, I get it. Like, I'll do it for her. Because my lesson's not till 6, so I have nothing to do anyways. But like when you're like you have the time to do it and you're not in a rush, you just expect someone to do it. Like don't do that. Like that's not a way to bond with your horse. It's not a way to make friends. Like don't do it. Um Arena etiquette. So, like, left to left, you pass on the left. When someone's doing a jumping course, you always make sure you know where they are, and what jump they're going to. And, like, when people don't call out the jumps and then they get mad at you, I find that really annoying how, like, maybe you're in a lesson and someone's jumping. Lesson people always have the right of way, regardless. They are paying for that arena time, so therefore they have the right of way. Um, yeah, so, like, if someone's doing a jumping course and you're trying to have a lesson, like, you should not be jumping while people are having a lesson. It's just politer that way. And then that show brats, the ones that always get jealous if you win or always brag if they beat you. I just find that annoying. Like, we're all here to have fun. It doesn't matter if you come home with a red ribbon, a blue ribbon, a green ribbon, or a yellow ribbon. It doesn't matter. We're all here to have fun. It doesn't matter if you get first, second, third, or if you come last. Um, when people trailer their horse, wrong. Wrong. I'm gonna put that in quotations. When people are like whipping and batting at their horse, Kate, you obviously know that horse is scared. Whipping it is not gonna help it go in the trailer. You have to be patient. But yeah, people have their own methods, but just when it comes to the point where you're whipping your horse to get in the trailer, that is too far. That is just too far. Girls with expensive horses who don't know how to ride. When dad goes out and buys them a like $200,000 horse and they don't know how to ride and they mess up that horse. That horse is trained for a person to sit a specific way on it, to ride it a specific way. How riders that know how to ride will sit on that horse or post on that horse. And then they go over and they start yanking the horse's rein and kicking them all at the same time, and it's just not fair for the horse to have to go through that because this girl doesn't know how to ride and this is too advanced horse for her. And then just like if you're at a fancy barn, like I don't well, I'm at like a nice barn. We have a dress code and everything. It's really nice. I love it there. But just have clean tack. It just shows respect, especially if your trainer's watching and you're in the lesson. Make sure your boots are clean and well, they don't have to be like 100% clean, but at least like clean them off. If your saddle's like really dirty, clean it, guys. It's not that hard. It takes like 10 minutes. Just clean your tack. So yeah, that's it. Um, don't take any offense if this stuff, um, if this stuff sounds like you. Don't take any offense. This is just my personal opinion. I'm not trying to change your opinion about anything. I'm just putting my opinion out there. Thanks for watching. Remember to comment. Follow me on Instagram. I'll link it down below. Comment suggested videos down below. Bye.